Hey, what's going on, guys? Aarava here. Welcome back to my F1 2018 Alfa Romeo Fantasy Career Mode here, Motorsport Manager for round number 4 at the Russian Grand Prix at the Black Sea Circuit. If you did miss the previous episode at Dubai, I believe it was, for round number 3, uploaded a couple of days ago, be sure to check that one out before you see this one. Of course, we've had a fair few other videos to make on the channel, but happy to be back out for another episode of this series. And at the moment, coming off the back of last episode, I think we can be happy where we are, at least with Verstappen. Unfortunate, obviously, the injury with Leclerc. I'm still not certain if we're going to have him for this race. We'll have to take a look at that. But before we get into things, let's have a look at our pit crew. They're looking okay on the percentage here. Let me see if there's anything I can do to swap some of these guys round. I could probably do with... surprisingly, this 15 guy is 0, which I don't know how that's worked out, because I'm pretty sure I used him last race. But I'm pretty sure the 1.3, I can swap him out of there, and another 17 do. Let's see if the new highs are any good. Ooh, wow, there's a guy on 20 tyres. We have to sign him. I mean, it's going to cost some money, but we have to sign him. So let's swap him with the 16 man there. So that's an improvement on the pit stop time and lowers the percentage overall. I think we're looking pretty good. I want to rest up these guys because they're better than that 16 rated guy. And then I think we pretty much give it a rest there. Yeah, so I think we're done. Reject this dude and reject that guy. Is anyone good in the front jack? This dude is good in the front jack. That's... okay, you know what? We're going to do swap that round, and then I'll swap this guy around there. So we're going to give a break to this dude. And then I'll give a break to this dude next race. Apologies for my voice crack right there. That was a really bad voice crack. At the moment, I'm coming off the back of just getting better after a flu I had over the weekend, unfortunately. Like, literally, I went to go record F1 2018 at that PR event. And literally, I got flu the evening after. So I'm just about better now to like make a long-ass video like this and like talk for a while, but... yeah, apologies for any of the voice cracks throughout the entire video. Still semi-recovering. But Vettel's agent's been telling reporters all over town that I'm interested in signing him. Well, you know, he's gone to Sauber, and I feel like he's on the path of a road to glory there, but he's an interesting driver. We may look into it one day. I'm not going to deny that. He's an interesting folk, but I probably won't be doing that. I kind of like the storyline he's got going over there with Sauber. I'm not going to lie. Right, suspension's been built. I'm not going to lie. I forgot we were building a suspension part. So there you go. So now we build another one because now we've got a grate unlocked. And here we go. So what can we go for here? Good components take no time to build. That's crazy. What does that mean? Does that mean if I cancel that out, it's going to take 24 days? Right, it cancels it out. Okay, fair play. Right, so what can I do here? At the moment, my max is 1011, I think, due to the new suspension I just made. Yeah, 1011. So let's have a look at what the maximum I can get for suspension is here. So I can do plus 70 to the max. That has a risk level, unfortunately. So if I do... ooh, actually, I don't know what to do, really, to be honest. These aren't great components, I'm not going to lie. We could do medium there, and then a max over here. That's a 1061. That's a 1076. That's pretty damn good. And then we could add a good component of... we could add a random good component, and so we don't know what that gives us. And then that would open it... well, we'd have Epic is locked, because we don't even have that available yet. But I could add a random good component. So either way, this new suspension will be better than the one we have. And then it could get even better, because we don't know what this good component is going to be. So... yeah, let's go for it. We really do need to bump up suspension. Consistently, suspension's been our worst category of the car. So I feel like that's the part we really should focus on at the moment when we have some cash flow. So let's confirm that. And we're still in the green for the first time after spending money on a part. So that's good. So that's done. Right, let's move into the car repair pretty damn soon. Our HQ's also going to get built as well. So that's going to be pretty damn soon. Pit stop training. +1... on the stat. Yeah, let's go for that. That'll put us into debt, but it'll give us a faster pit crew. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. So we're in a bit of debt. It's fine. The chairman's probably going to hark up about it, but, you know, he needs to stop worrying. Right, car repair is done now, please. Yes, no, yes, done. Right. So, suspension, remove all this, add that on, add that. Oh, wait, one sec. Let's just reset this. Right, put that one on. What else? That's ended up being worse than our good one. Okay then. Right. That's interesting. That's interesting. What else I'm gonna improve? The rear wing. Engine can still go a decent way. Actually, no, the engine, we're nearly maxed out the engine, so I won't focus on that. We'll do the front wing here, and I think I will also try the gearbox over here, and also the suspension over here. That one has a lot to go. Right, we're gonna do brakes. What's that? What can I get away with? 6 days before, that should be enough to use the suspension, you would think. Let's go for 1 day before, 16 to 14. Let's really make sure we can use that suspension part. Actually, hang on. Do I even have the reliability for the other one? Yeah, I do. That's fine. Alright, cool. Right, so moving on, and we've got the wind tunnel that's going to get built right about now. So, we've got the wind tunnel. That's going to unlock the front wing, I believe that was, wasn't it? The wind tunnel, yes, front wing. So now we've got a great front wing. So we've got great across the board. So that gives us a lot of good long-term growth potentially. Sauber Motorsport open up a brand new window. Oh, the copycats! They've just copied what we've done. Well, next time we're gonna design a suspension part, they're gonna design another suspension part as well. Right, GMA meets. Okay, so we've got a strategy group meeting coming up. Compared to top teams on the grid, our acceleration's a bit lackluster. Calm down, Max. Calm down. All right, it'll be sorted. All right. Charles is feeling better. Was that? Yes. There we go. He's fully recovered from his cracked ribs, so we won't be needing Jenson Button services in the race anymore. We can use him in practice, of course, but in the race at least, it'll be back to Leclerc, which will be good because obviously he's our main driver, so it's good to have that consistency. And that was a nasty crash at the Chinese Grand Prix with a pretty bad injury. Financial concerns, look, you need to calm down, sir. We're fine. We're going to earn like 3 million in this next race and we'll be fine. Right, the Black Sea Grand Prix then. Oh, I got it. Yeah, cool. Right, the Black Sea Grand Prix. Before that, though, we've got a political vote right before the Russian Grand Prix. What is this about? This is about the addition of Singapore. What are the ones we're going on? 33 laps on average. Okay. Short qualifying. Random grids. Right. I liked Singapore, so let's see how it goes. Additional voting power, Christian Horner has 3, Toto Wolff 2, Cyril Albertal 1. Right, okay, let's go to it. We've got 4 against, 1 for. I've got no voting power at the moment. So I am going to go for. Apparently, it won't benefit me because I'll struggle at Singapore. So I'm going to abstain because I have no voting power here, and I would rather vote in other votes coming up. I know this is classic Arav, abstaining his vote, but you know that's just how I roll. Because look at that, look at the landslide vote. That is 8-6. I was going to vote once to maybe 4. That wouldn't have been enough, so it's been rejected. And, you know, that's unfortunate because I did like the Singapore Grand Prix, even though apparently we would struggle there, which is kind of weird because I feel like we'd go well there. I feel like we did in the past. Anyway, Adidas got the sponsorship there. Tyre wear's high here, so we're going to go for 6 sets of soft tyres. We'll go for 5 mediums, and we'll go for 4 hards, I guess. We'll go for a nice even split there. Even, you know what? Screw it. We're going for 3 hards. I don't think we'll use a lot of hards here. We'll go for 7. There's also some rain in the race as well, so you never know. There's rain in practice as well. So in terms of the car parts then, we're going to mix this up. So Leclerc's got the better brakes, better engine. Let's give Verstappen the better front wing. Better gearbox to Leclerc. Better, you know what, since Verstappen was the one that was worried about acceleration, we'll give him the better gearbox. We'll give Leclerc the better rear wing. I'll give Charles this suspension part, and I'll give Verstappen this one. What is this? Plus 40 during quali. Okay, so this suspension part's going to be better for Verstappen in qualifying, but then in the race it'll be better for Leclerc. Fair enough. And that's actually the best spread I've ever had, because they're both happy. So, job done, really. So in practice, it's going to be raining in practice. That'll be interesting. And also, I might use Jenson Button. Yeah, we're definitely going to be using Jenson Button here. He's got feedback 20. We're going to use Leclerc as well. Verstappen's going to sit it out, even though he will be driving in the race with a dodgy neck still. Due to his dodgy neck, his feedback's actually lower than Leclerc's now. Obviously, Leclerc gets a boost of his stats in practice and quali due to his kind of trait of being like a stat. I think it's, what is it, like the stat man or whatever, or like the leaderboard. I don't know, something about timing. So yeah, he gets a boost. So we are going to use JB and Leclerc. I don't know why it's not showing both of them, but okay. Car setup then. I'm going to do... Wait, hang on. What? Why isn't it... Show me... There we go. There we go. It glitched out for a second there. Right, so yeah, we're going to use these two. I'm glad I saw that. That for a second there, it completely broke. Right, let's get going. JB, Leclerc, send them out, and we'll see how this setup reigns at the moment. We'll go on quali trim because we're on a soft tire set at the moment, so we may as well do quali first. And unlike maybe when it was Leclerc and Verstappen, just like last race, basically, we don't need to worry about, you know, not getting the levels if we're faffing around with setups, because we've got the JB effect there. We've got that level 20, just like Rosberg did for us, just bangs in that feedback, and, you know, immediately we've done one lap, we got half the bar. Both of them, though, a little bit mediocre on the setup then, so not a great first guesstimate. So let's tweak this a little bit and see if we can do better. I tweak this up a little bit, and I hopefully think this should be the final time we need to do tweaking. But either way, they've got level 3 on the quali trim and the softs, and pretty good timing because they finished that level and they also finished their stint there. Went a little bit backwards with Jensen there. Went well with Leclerc, so he's fine. So I'll go on race trim now for 8 laps. And go on the mediums and get that tyre done. Jensen, my man, you went backwards a little bit. We went forwards in the gear ratio department, but aero, you're not liking that. I mean, when we had a higher percentage, but okay, odd. So you want a little bit lower downforce then, potentially, but not too low. I'll send him out on a long stint anyway. I'm hoping that will be the sweet spot then for a setup, and we'll get the other knowledge done. We'll get the mediums and the race trim. I'll leave the hards. I don't think we'll use the hards. I think we'll end up using the mediums. Also, remember, it is going to rain. Not just in this session, actually. I forgot about that. It was meant to rain in this session, but it's going to rain in the race. So I don't think we'll be even using the hards or, you know, even thinking about it. It's going to be damp on track right now, so that's going to slow things down a little bit. But I'll still push on with the medium tyres because we're still gaining a decent amount of knowledge. You can see it's slowed down now for a little bit, but I'd rather just keep them out there so they just continue getting the knowledge and grinding it out. They're on level 2 on the race trim at least, not level 2 on the mediums because obviously that bar is slowed down, but they're still getting the race trim. So, and there's just no point with the inters. I mean, the only way I'm going to get screwed over with the inters is if it's like raining tomorrow in quali. But that should be fine. We got the race trim, and now things are drying up, and we're back on the road. And there we go. Level 3 on the mediums, and we are all done with 3 minutes to go. We can relax, not have a beer, but have a water, a tepid glass of water, and chill out before quali. And it's all dry for quali, and I am not going to be screwed. For a second there, I thought, in great typical fashion, it's going to rain in quali, and I'm going to get fucked. But no, we're fine. So soft tire quali trim, and for Verstappen as well, soft tire quali trim. Car setup is all okay. I mean, Jensen's at the end wasn't amazing, so not going to lie, he didn't do a great job at that, but we're going to have to deal with it, and we'll go to take quali then, and we'll see how this goes. I don't think there'll be any rain for the entire session, so we should be fine to wait a little bit, hang tight on some track grip. Obviously, the traffic's going to be an issue, and I've not been great at timing it as of late, but let's send Leclerc out now. Watch how our car comes out now. There's going to be a car. Yeah, I told you. The AI always think with me in a way, and they're like, oh yeah, there's also a gap for us to come out. Great. Right, auto for Leclerc. I'm going to send out Verstappen now, and we'll see how that goes. Soft tires. Hopefully that's a bit of space. Oh, come on! Bloody traffic, man. Every single time cars come out with me. Just piss off. It's just annoying because you can't do anything about it on track. If it was like the actual F1 game, you can just drive slower, a lot slower, and be fine. But this game, the tyre temps mean so much on the outlap, and so you just can't afford to cool down on an outlap and slow down and get the gap. Leclerc's got a decent amount of room, to be fair to him, but Verstappen, not so much, unless he wants to slow down now. I'm not too sure about that. We'll see. At the moment, Giovinazzi goes fastest in the Ferrari. So looking good. We'll see if we can upset. Because Leclerc's done purple there. 2 purples, in fact. It's now a green and a purple because Verstappen goes purple in the first sector. Across the line, this could be a very good lap time. Leclerc across the line. Oh, no, falters at the end. It's only P3. Nearly 2 tenths off then. Verstappen, though, he's flying 2 tenths faster. At the moment, he's gone purple through the last corner, though. Will he get held up with that dirty air across the line? And it's pole! Provisional pole, I should say. Provisional pole. 1.5 tenths. Verstappen, lad, came back in the car. Wasn't even there in practice. Maybe Jensen's setup was better than I thought. Get in, mate. Provisional pole. Right, let's hang on and let's see. Because Gio and Yanni there are still, you know, you never know. So let's calm things down. Wait for the second run. Right, got some cars coming in. Let's send out someone. Oh my god, that's a lot of traffic. That's going to be a no from me, dog. Let's send them out now. That's a lot of traffic. Going to send out Verstappen as well, because oh my god, that's a lot of traffic. Quickly, 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 get out. Right, auto. Yes, lads. Right, you're running in tandem. At least we dodged this entire line of... Look at that. That's horrendous. That's horrendous. Right, across the line. It should be... I think I've just about timed this correctly. Yeah, perfect and good. Perfect. Oh my god, Verstappen, the perfect. Out like these boys are on it like a car bonnet. I'll leave the series for 4 days. We come back and the guys are absolutely killing it on the outlap there. Great stuff. Right, let's see. What the hell's gone on there? It's a white first sector for both of them. That's a little bit odd. And Gio. Oh, Gio's gone faster by 2 tenths. He's mullered that pole time. So now Giovinazzi's on provisional pole. And what on earth has our car done there? Leclerc across the line, myself across the line, and it's no improvements for either. Verstappen P2, Leclerc P6. What went on there, boys? No improvements on the second lap with the higher track grip? Very, very odd scenes here in Russia. But Giovinazzi on pole position for Ferrari then. Fair play. Right, race time, and it is raining for a decent amount of the race. 1/3 at least. We don't have any knowledge on the Inters. I don't think most of the grid do as well. We're all going to start on the Inters then, and we go to the wet period. So we're going to go on the... Ooh, actually, how do I play this then? Because if we're going to pit around probably lap 12-ish, 13-ish. Inters should go that distance, yeah. And then mediums go 14. And then softs go 10 to 12. So, right. So, let's say we go 14 just to be like... Well, let's go 13 just to be in case. So, 38, 13. So, we've got 25 laps left. So, we could do a medium soft stint. Or we could just do 2 softs, I guess. And just about make it. That's a little bit sketchy, though. Because that's 12 laps, 12 laps. That's 24... So that's a little bit on the edge. I guess we could go medium soft if we really needed to. It's a tricky one because I would rather go on the softs, but it kind of depends on if we can stretch the inters. And then there might be more rain later. So this is a tough call. I think I'd rather play it safe and just push harder on mediums and wear them out faster rather than conserving soft tyres. We know the tyres are very tough around here. We know the tyre temp plummet, and so you want to kind of push to keep the tyre temps up. So that's what I want to go for. So we don't have any knowledge in this part. So this first part of the race might be quite tricky for us, but we'll see. You know what? I'll go attacking at the start. See if we can really counteract it. But Leclerc's back in the car. Let's see if we can have a good race back. He got out-qualified, though, by Verstappen. So he needs to buck up, you know. He's on level peg with Verstappen in terms of the overall star rating. He needs to really start performing a lot better. Because I've been so loyal to him this entire series. And he's just not really there yet as a consistent front runner. So he needs to buck up, and we need to do a good job because we're behind the championship in terms of constructors, remember. So yeah, it needs to be a good job today. Let's go. 5 red lights then to the Russian Grand Prix from P6 and P2 on the grid. 5 red lights are out and we're on the way, and it is a average start there, I would say, for Verstappen. Good one for Leclerc. He's up into P4, so he's done very well, overtaking Ocon and Bottas. That's good to see. At the moment, P2, Verstappen pressurising Giovinazzi, and Leclerc is down the inside. He's made a stonking start. Remember, Leclerc, to be fair to him, has a perk for being good on lap 1, and he's trying to find his way on the inside or the outside of Yanni there. Not quite done it on the Mercedes. Come on the back straight. Surely we should maybe have this here. Pulling. We're purple for a brief second there in Sector 2. We'll see. We need to also protect the Inters, let's not forget. So let's go to now. Everyone's attacking at the moment. Let's keep attacking for now. Let's see if we can try and close up. And once the tar temps get into a more crucial phase, we'll bring it down to conserve. But I'm really concentrating on this fight. Leclerc, please, come on. Down the inside here, maybe? No, not quite. Verstappen's now lagging behind Giovinazzi. 1.2 the gap. The Ferrari's looking very decent in these wets at the moment, and we're not looking too great with Verstappen. Ooh, is the Merc going to overtake us? No, it's all fine for now. Tar temps are pretty crucial, so we need to go neutral and protect that. Let's go high as well. So at the moment now, we're settling down for the Grand Prix. I'm worried though, Giovinazzi's going really well. 1.6 the gap is. 1.7. He is performing very well. I'm very surprised by that because he's not actually a great driver star rating wise, but obviously the Ferrari car is really good. And then Yanni, I'm mystified Leclerc hasn't got past him, but there we go. Right, sit rep on lap 7. Leclerc has faded away from Yanni. He's now more kind of looking at keeping this entire train behind a Ricciardo, Bottas and Ocon there. For Verstappen, we are at the moment still pushing to stay ahead of Yanni, struggling to keep up with Giovinazzi. He's pulled out a 3.7 gap. It's yeah, I don't think we're going to win this race. I think Gio is looking very comfortable at the moment. We have to conserve the tyres as well to make sure they go the distance here. So yeah, it's not looking amazing at the moment for the win. You never know though, in the dry he might settle down. Maybe that Ferrari car is just good in the wet. But Yanni at the moment is keeping us very, very honest here with Verstappen. And Leclerc is definitely being kept honest by the train. You can see he's definitely losing more time here. Let's go neutral now. Push on a little bit more, son. Let's go high, actually. Just want to keep ahead, because it'll be a nightmare if we get overtaken by Bottas, Ricciardo, and Ocon, because then we'll get stuck in traffic. So I need to just at least maintain that P4. Right, Yanni's going to pit. So he's coming early. Will that be for dry tyres, I wonder? Is he going for the risk? He goes on to hards. Yeah, Yanni in the Mercedes pits from P3. He's going to risk it to come in now for the dry tyres. Far too early, in my opinion. But he's going to risk it. Fair enough. And so now I can calm things down a little bit with Verstappen. I can just concentrate on conserving the tyres, saving some fuel. Whereas Leclerc, I'm still pushing on to keep ahead of Bottas and Ricciardo. Okay, Giovinazzi's now pits. We've got worn tyres for Verstappen. That's fine. We'll continue on. It's still damp enough. It's still damp enough for these conditions, I feel. But Gio's onto medium. So let's see if that risk for Gio, maybe. Let's see if it pans out. Because Verstappen, let's crank this up into high. Let's go neutral and keep going for one more lap then, son. Right, do I come in now? Let's come in now with Verstappen. And let's risk it with Leclerc. Yeah, he's got the tyre wear for it. Let's risk it with Leclerc and come in later. Right, there's no rain for them this session. We're on lap 12, so we've got how many laps? 26 laps to go. So medium tyres, yeah. 2 sets of mediums all the way. Fast pit stop here for Verstappen. Let's come in low. I really should have gone all out attack for him on the in-lap there, but I just didn't see that we're going to come in. For Leclerc, though, I will go overtake mode and pushing on this next lap and really try and push away. Let's go full out attack, actually. Right. Oh, Verstappen, no! No, the call was too late. What? I was so not. What the hell? I was where Seb was. I was where Gasly. I'm pretty sure I was here at least. That is enough time to make that call. Right, full out attack then for Verstappen. Looks like we're making a double stack pit stop here, lads, because we're fucked then. What? Wait, great. Okay, cool. Sound. I love that. Love your work, game. Screwing me over. I was 100% in. I had enough time there. I had enough time. Right, we've gained 1.1 seconds into the pit box. Low fuel. He's in. Leclerc's in. That's a travesty, though. Double stack. That's going to be annoying. We've timed that pretty well, though. Right, medium. You're going to go high in overtake mode, sir. Right, Leclerc, Verstappen's out in P2. Leclerc's jumped Yanni, and he's stayed ahead in P3. So at least we've got that going for us, but that's really annoying. That was really annoying. Right, Gio set the fast lap of the Grand Prix. He's still going at lightning pace, and he's 4.3 seconds ahead, but he's got more worn-out tyres at the moment, so let's see how that pans out for us. I think he might go onto the hard tyres, you know. I think Gio might do medium to hards, and so I think we'll have an advantage by the end of the race. Let's see. 4.2 the gap. Verstappen, do your work, mate. You're a better driver than Gio is. The Ferrari might be a better car, but you can make that offset, and you can make the difference, mate, here. Let's go. Right, we're 3.8 seconds behind Gio, so we've closed up a little bit, and we're on conserving medium at the moment for both the drivers, trying to keep the tyre temperatures just at the level point. And we'll basically keep swapping back and forth. Leclerc, I can't afford to go any higher on the fuel mixture because he's got quite low fuel. Verstappen's okay, I guess. He could maybe go a little bit high, but 3.9 the gap. If I can keep it just about there, I feel like when I push my in-lap, because Gio's in now, so I feel like I can push by the time we come in and gain some time back, and then at the end of this race might set ourselves up again. So, bit of a long-term play here. It's definitely going to hopefully go down to the wire. Gio's back in for another set of mediums. So he's going very long on those sets of tyres. Interesting. Interesting. Right, we've got an advantage here because he's got to conserve on those tyres, surely. So I think we could be good. We just need to make sure we play this correctly. Right, worn tyres for Verstappen, that's fine, 30%. Gio set another fast lap of the Grand Prix, so he's not conserving. He's pushing, and he's actually catching Leclerc up. So, Leclerc, mate, you need to do some defensive driving, I feel, to back up Gio, because that's the only way I think we're going to overtake him today, is that you need to do some backing up, mate. Right, Verstappen's gained 1 second in the first sector. That's very good. We're going to come in now. Set of mediums. That should be perfectly fine. Fast pit stop. Hope it's fine. Right, purple second sector. We got the pace here. And now we come in, we timed that perfectly, low fuel in, and Leclerc, he's been backing up Giovinazzi very well, and he's doing a perfect job. We're going to continue on for one more lap. We'll use Leclerc. We're gonna unfortunately play the Mercedes tactic here, ruin his race a little bit, but I think that's the only way, because Verstappen comes out behind Gio, but he's now got fresher tyres, the ability to push maybe. Let's see how this goes. Leclerc still first place. Just back him up, mate. Just back him up as much as you can, Verstappen's pushing. Let's just go flying here with Verstappen for now. Right, Leclerc, keep backing up. We're going to gain soon enough. Keep going, mate. Keep going. The gap's 3.9 to Leclerc. Keep defending, mate. 3.8. This is working. 3.7. This is working. The only thing will be fuel for Leclerc. We'll save that at the end of the race. Let's go high. Keep it going, mate. Keep it going. 3.5. Look at that. We're closing rapidly. Keep defending, Leclerc. Oh, Gio's passed now. That's cool. Right, Leclerc, you're coming in now. We've got 10 laps remaining. We could go softs. Let's go softs. Softs fast. Right, Leclerc, that's your reward. You can go soft tyres now for the end of the race. But push in now. And let's go. Verstappen, mate. He's done you a favour. You're 3 seconds behind Gio. So we gained 1 second in that entire ordeal. It's now your turn to go and get him. Leclerc comes out in P4 behind Bottas, but we should jump him, so we'll still be P3. So that's fine. We'll go neutral and low fuel for now to try and save this fuel. And we'll use a bit of fuel at the end with Leclerc. And that should be a good third place booked. But Verstappen now, 3.7. He needs to close up on Gio. Gio should be coming for another pit stop, you know. So we just need to keep this going like this. All right, Leclerc's passed. Leclerc's up into P3. That's good. He's also looking better on fuel, so we can go medium, I feel now. Verstappen's conserving, because we're on high fuel now, and Gio should be coming in this lap. So you know what? Let's go low. Let's go push, and let's counteract that. Save fuel of our own. Whilst we push the tyres to keep the tyre temps up. And Gio is in. Where is he going to feed out with Leclerc? Oh, Leclerc. Oh, Leclerc nearly overtook Gio. We've got the faster tyre, mate. Let's try and see if we can do this. It's a 3-stop there for Gio with 3 different sets of mediums. That's really poor tyre wear for him. That shows. Gio's like a 3-star driver, so it shows. He doesn't have the tyre wear for it. The Ferrari car might be good. Clearly, the Ferrari car is good because Ocon has been setting a fast after the Grand Prix. But Gio and Ocon aren't good enough drivers to use their car. So even though this year, the rules, the cars make a lot more of a difference with the driver aids, the stuff like the tyre wear is still in the driver's hands, I feel. So it still makes a difference. Still makes a difference here. Right, Leclerc saved enough fuel. Let's go conserve and high. Try and bring the tyre temps down, but pushing at the same time. Right, Bottas is catching us quite fast in P4 with the Red Bull car. Red Bull are ahead of us in the Constructors, so Leclerc needs to stay ahead of him. 1 in 3 here will be very good for the Constructors' points. 34% worn. We've got 2 and a bit laps remaining. I think now be the time almost. With a lap and a half to go. I think once we get to the halfway stage of this lap, I'll go pushing flat out. Right, let's do it. Full out attack. Let's throw the kitchen sink at it. And Verstappen, you may as well throw the kitchen sink as well, mate. Just go. Last lap of the Grand Prix. That's cool. Pushing flat. Let's go. Leclerc's throwing everything at it. He's gained 1 second in the first sector, but it is too much of a gap. It's going to be 7 seconds from Gio to Leclerc. But honestly, it's more about pushing to stay ahead of Bottas because Bottas is still there. But Verstappen will come across the final couple of corners and will come across the line to win the Russian Grand Prix. Well done, Max. Bravissimo, mate. Great stuff there, Verstappen. And Leclerc comes across in a podium on his debut return back to the team. Great stuff there, lads. And I think that should be enough to get us ahead of Red Bull now in the Constructors, because they were quite well ahead of us, I think. So I think they've done a good enough job. But fair play to Gio. You know, I think a lot of you guys were doubting him, maybe, because he was a piss poor driver. I think I saw a few comments on the first episode of this season saying, why didn't Ferrari keep Vettel? How kind of weird that they signed Gio. But fair play, he's got 2nd place there, so he's done a good job. He's done better than Ocon. And Ocon was the one who was getting thrashed by Vettel last time. Speaking of Vettel and Gasly, they got 12 and P14. Not too bad, not as good as their first couple of races. So Sauber definitely went a little bit up in the first race and come back to a bit of a reality check. But still, to say Sauber came into F1 for this season of the career mode, to say they're there, just behind Hamilton in Williams in P11, that's pretty good. But let's see how these points now stack up. So obviously points for the top 20, obviously 2019-18 if you're unfamiliar with the point system from a couple of episodes ago. So even though we get 1st and 3rd, we are 11 points ahead of Bottas, so that's pretty good. That's a nice gap. Leclerc moves up into P11. He's got a lot of ground to make up on Verstappen if he wants to try and get back to his teammate. Constructors, oh my god. We are level on points with Red Bull. How close is that? I love this. This is going to be a very close season, I think, with Red Bull. And with Ferrari improving, they could get into the mix as well. This is going to be a very close season in the Constructors' Championship. I'm liking that. Level on points. Madness, madness. But a very good episode nonetheless. Verstappen with the win. So guys, if you have enjoyed that episode, smash the like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you're new around here, do get subscribed for weekly Formula 1 content. We've got a new unlock trade, push to the limit there. We've got a lot of good money, 2.9 to be exact. And we're looking fine. So yeah, if you're on your own tier, do get subscribed. I'll see you guys next time. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.